Have you ever been excited to launch your new app, only to be met with a frustrating error message? If you're working on a weather app with React.js and seeing Axios is not defined, you're definitely not alone. Today, we're going to tackle this issue together. I totally get how disheartening it can be when you've put in all that effort coding, only to hit a wall with an error. This is a common problem for many developers, especially when working with libraries like Axios. So here's the situation. One user reached out saying they are building a simple weather app using Axios in React.js. However, when they launch the app, they encounter a reference error stating that Axios is not defined. Sound familiar? Let's dive into this and find a solution. So what does this error mean? Essentially, it indicates that the Axios library is not being recognized in your code. This can happen for a few reasons, such as not importing Axios correctly or misconfiguring your build setup. And stick around. I have a crucial tip at the end that will help you avoid this issue in the future. To resolve the issue of Axios not being defined, the user should first check their Webpack configuration. Specifically, they need to ensure that Axios is properly included in their project. Next, the user should confirm that Axios is imported correctly in their React components. This means adding the import statement at the top of each file where Axios is used. After ensuring Axios is imported, the user should check their package.json file to confirm that Axios is listed under dependencies. This ensures that Axios is installed and available for use. Finally, the user should rebuild their project using Webpack to ensure that all changes are applied. This can be done by running the Webpack command in the terminal. Fun fact, Axios is named after the Greek word for worthy. And trust me, it's definitely worthy of your time when building apps. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative solution provided by another user is to add a line at the top of your JavaScript file. They suggest using the require function to import Axios. Specifically, you can write const Axios equals require Axios default. Now, let's see a response from a different user. One alternative solution shared by a user is to include Axios directly in your HTML file. They suggest linking to the Axios library using a script tag from a CDN. Let's check out another perspective from a different user. One alternative solution to the Axios is not defined error involves checking for spelling or case errors in your code. Make sure you're using the correct case when calling Axios, as using await Axios instead of await Axios can lead to this issue. Now, let's shift our focus to a different response. One alternative solution is to install Axios globally using your terminal. You can do this by running the command npm install Axios global. After that, make sure to import Axios in your JavaScript file with the line import Axios from Axios. Here's the tip I promised. Always double-check your imports and dependencies when you encounter errors. This simple habit can save you a lot of time and frustration. And there you have it. With these steps, you should be able to resolve the Axios is not defined error and get your weather app up and running. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and tricks.